Hello everyone. We've made it to Taiwan. This is going to be the start of the longest food reviews that I've ever done because that's all we're doing in Taiwan is food reviews. We've basically packed 2.5 days worth of food because we are in Taiwan to visit family, and so we're just eating out every single day. And so instead of vlogging a traditional vlog, we're just going to do it mukbang food review style. So today she has dry noodles and I have what we call 榨菜肉丝面, or like
soup noodles.
Soupy noodles, but it's like stir-fried noodles and then added into like a pork broth soup. So this is my first bite of Taiwanese food on this trip.
My bowl is already almost done. We also have boba, but we only have cocoa because I live in apparently what Nathan calls the ghetto.
This is a very salty, not like super salty broth, but it also has a little bit of like small shrimp in it, so it gives it that shrimpy texture. The noodles are nice and firm. There's little pieces of pork and beef. On this table as well, we have some sui jiao, which are just like your traditional Taiwanese sui jiao. Nice chai flavor, already has soy sauce poured over it. And then we have tofu here. Again, a soy-based tofu.
And dogan.
And dougan here, which I will also. Again, poured over soy sauce. This is typically with green onions served on top, and so this one has green onions as well. The soy sauce for those guys are typically a little bit sweeter, so I do like that. But I'm gonna finish this meal now. It is currently 8:32. We've been traveling for over 24 hours now, and so we're just happy to be here. Tomorrow, again, we're gonna get more food, so it's just gonna be a lot of food reviews coming up for Taiwan, and then when I head over to Japan, it'll be more of a vlog style trip. Welcome back. It's the next morning. I got about 6 hours of sleep, not bad, from like 10 to 4 in the morning, so I honestly did pretty good. She only got 5 hours of sleep, but she slept a ton on the plane. So for breakfast today, we have the noodles that we had yesterday. Anyway, noodles we had yesterday. Again, same flavor profile. I just reheated on the wok this time. Noodles are gonna be like, again, those nice soft chewy egg noodles. No, these aren't egg noodles, they're flour noodles. And then we also went to 7-Eleven to get some other food items that I'll be eating shortly. Yeah. Right, with these soup noodles, if you leave noodles in the broth overnight, they again get kind of, I don't know, they lose their like al dente-ness. But overall, again, nice salty flavor profile. I also got a grilled pork scallion rice.
I got regular pork floss.
And then I have one more that is a grilled pork with scallion sea salt. This is grilled beef. So these guys, if you don't know, are like rice balls or onigiri, and they come in a fun way to do it. So there's a 1, a 2, and a 3, and so you start with the 1 and you peel the 1 down to reveal the first layer, and then you peel the 2 side out, and then you peel the 3 side out, and this way your seaweed doesn't get soggy when it's sitting in the package. Tastes very familiar. It's seaweed rice and grilled beef wrapped. It's so hard to go wrong. The scallion flavor is super nice and strong. Don't lose any of the flavor. And the fun part of it, these are like, I don't know, $1.50. Less than $1.50 in Taiwan. And nice and filling. I can eat like 3 or 4 of these and not break the bank. Our whole haul today at 7-Eleven was $10 in total, partially because we got this lovely sandwich. It is a grape and cream sandwich that I'm gonna try a little later. We also got this unknown strawberry substance. I think it's strawberry milk. It just gives off strawberry milk package vibes. But we also have this Yakult lemon yogurt drink with yummy mixed jelly that I also am gonna give a shot. And then Bridget also has a Yakult, just regular. And then finally, we have this pudding, giant pudding. This is something that I haven't had in forever. I forgot it existed, and then we saw it at
grew up
7.
with it.
Yeah, so saw it at 7, decided to grab it. But we're gonna finish breakfast, sorry. It's my dinner time in the US, so that's just why I feel this way. And then we are headed to Hot Pot later today for lunch. So we're gonna chow down on some Hot Pot, hopefully make it through Hot Pot without overeating. That's my main goal for today, is not to overeat, because tonight we have another big meal coming, and then for late night meal, we're gonna go out to the night market. So a lot of food coming. We're gonna finish all of this up and then take it from there. All right, just finished my bowl of noodles and the pork, beef scallion. I am now drinking the yogurt drink. It hits you with the Yakult flavor first, come in with a little bit of like lemon after. It's not too sour, it's actually more sweet than sour.
It's the jelly.
And the jelly is some unknown jelly, but it caught me off guard with how much jelly it is. It feels like, I don't know, the jelly's kind of funky, but I would get this again. This one, honestly, I would get again. It's almost like a limon ayu kind of flavor profile.
Sometimes I crave that.
Yeah, this one's good.
Ooh, okay.
Let me try it first.
That's the thing we think is
Oh yeah,
strawberry.
I think it's strawberry milk. It smells like strawberry milk.
It's not good.
I don't like that at all. It's like a weird, the strawberry flavor, it smells super strong, but it does not taste super strong with strawberries.
Oh, there's no strong taste to it.
Yeah, this is like you're basically drinking, but it's like just strong enough where the milk flavor also disappears. So you're like fighting a battle of like weird strawberry and
It's
milk.
very light.
Not good. And then finally, I'm gonna have my last salty item. I've been starving since 5 o'clock, so I got so much food. Because again, it's our dinner time in America, and I starved myself on the plane getting here because I don't like to eat or drink or sleep much on the planes. And because of that, I arrived very hungry. So I woke up at, again, 4, and I started starving at 5. This is the pork version of what I just ate, was the beef one, so this is the pork variation. Yeah.
How is it? I mean,
Solid. I didn't get much of the pork yet, so I'm gonna grab one more bite before it. But again, with these, the seaweed is just nice and salty, and so you get a lovely like salty flavor when you bite into it at first. And again, if you want to see a little bit on the inside, this is what we're kind of working with the pork flavor. It's not like a ton of filling. I'm sure if you made it at home, you could make it cheaper and more efficient. But again, for $1.50, what can you say? A very strong scallion flavor with the pork. Honestly, I like the pork one more than the beef one. I think Taiwan does pork better than beef, besides beef noodle soup. But like in these kinds of packaged or prepackaged goods, I think the pork flavor always stands out stronger to me. So, this is delicious. Up next, we're going to try our desserts with the fruit sandwich and the pudding. So I'm going to finish this off. We're going to open some stuff, and then I'll get back to you guys on the pudding. Alrighty. We're now opening this pudding. It's like an egg custard with caramel sauce. Again, it's like a childhood classic
Brown
for
sugar.
us. Oh, brown sugar. A childhood classic with us. The pudding itself is like very jiggly and soft. Usually you can like, sometimes people will get a plate and like dump it out so that the brown sugar sauce at the bottom will move, but you can try it.
Tastes like childhood.
Tastes like childhood. Going in for a bite. Yeah.
Right, that's what our childhood tasted like.
Yeah, that brown sugar flavor hits you first. The like custard part itself is just light and airy, not too sweet, which is again something that Asia, I guess, is well known for. Best compliment you can give a dessert is that it's not too sweet. And you would look at it and you would think, dang, that looks really sweet, but the flavor that hits you is just not sweet at all. And so again, it's just a nice, cold, airy dessert. And then finally, I'm gonna give this guy a shot now. It's a Blanc seedless grape sandwich. And these are more known in like Japan areas, but it's like just white bread, fresh cream, a little bit sweet on the fresh cream, and then some fruit. This one is probably the most expensive thing that we bought today, sitting around like almost $3. And that's because fruit is expensive in Asia. If you don't buy tropical fruits, even if you buy tropical fruits, fruits are just expensive in Asia. You can finish it if you want. We can get another one. Oh, look at this thing.
Wow.
Again, close up. It's got grapes, it's got fresh cream, the back side of it. Most of the cream is usually like up front. As you can see, like in the back, there's basically like no cream. But again, I'm expecting a very light, airy flavor, not terribly sweet sandwich. And honestly, I eat these like crazy because I don't like their salty sandwiches as much. So I get a lot of these fruit sandwiches. Yeah, tastes exactly how I remember it tastes like. It's a nice buttery bread, so it gives a little bit of saltiness. And then when you eat the cream, that's when you kind of get the sweet kick to it. So it's like a nice sweet and salty balance. It's again, not overly sweet, not overly salty. A lovely, again, butter flavor with that bread so that you can kind of get hints of butter throughout this as well. Again, with the cream as well, you're gonna get a lot of dairy notes. And overall, just a good thing. Japan has a strawberry one. That is probably the best version of it. It's just, again, a very nice, light sandwich. So definitely have that when we go to Japan. But that's been our 7-Eleven haul. And then again, after this, we are going to probably rest up and then head to the train station before we go to Zhubei so that we can go do a head spa for Bridget, a massage for both of us. And then again, we have hot pot at 1. So
You might try to squeeze in some shopping before.
yeah, so we'll try to figure this out, but it's been a good start to this Taiwan trip. Taiwan has never disappointed and failed, so we'll continue.
It's our motherland.
It's the motherland, so we'll continue to go. All right, welcome back to lunch. We are currently at Hot Pot. It is, I don't know what the name of the restaurant is.
这是在哪里？这是叫什么？这家店啊。
生红
It's called Shen Hong.
Sheng Red Hot Pot is the English name of this place. It is located in Zhubei. We have ordered for it's like set meals where you can order for a number of people. So you can order for a 4-set meal place. It comes with rice. It also comes with minced pork on top of rice. 我给你一个麦克吗？ And then there's also vegetables, and it comes with seafood and meat. And then you put it in the hot pot, grill it out. I'm gonna try the lulo fan. Let's see how it is.
Xie Yun is all about the 卤肉饭.
She really is.
She kept bringing up the 卤肉饭.
这是第三个，第一个跟第二个有。
我的卤肉饭，我们就没有拍到。
Yeah, it's a typical braised meat with rice. The meat is really fatty, so it's a lot of like melt in your mouth fat because it's pork belly usually. And then from there, it's kind of just whatever. Waiting for the hot pot to boil, and then we'll have more food to try. But yeah, I'll let you know how the hot pot portion is. All right, hot pot has been boiling. Food is ready to go. First up is Taiwanese pork. Tastes like pork. And then I have dip it in some sauce. My sauce, I think, is soy sauce. I really don't know. There's no English sign on there. But I added soy sauce, ginger, garlic, and some scallions. Yep, it tastes exactly how I thought it would taste. It's not like completely out of this world hot pot,
这个调料可以转，
Taiwanese hot pot is good overall.
各方面
I do think. Try vegetable. Yep. Nice vegetable flavor. Not too soggy just because the water just boiled. Probably need some sauce. Help bring it to life a little bit. Sauce helps a lot. Also, they serve white rice. I don't know if I showed it. Tastes like your typical white rice.
What do
Probably.
you think it would taste like?
I would say this one's on the mushier side of white rices compared to the other white rices that I've had. This one is definitely a lot mushier. They also have like tofu, again, all the kinds of just different items that you can have. So, anyway, gonna finish this meal. There's some seafood, but I don't really eat seafood. And then there's a beef plate as well. But I think overall, it's been a good experience. And then after this, I think we're gonna go back to Hsinchu, do some shopping, and then go back to Taiwan for dinner. So that's been the review for hot pot. There's not really much else to the hot pot, so I'm kind of gonna go from there. All right, this is kind of the final thing besides seafood that you can get is typically beef. So we're gonna try some.
来，一强，你的碗呢？
哦
我看你的。
拿一个碗，你放哪里都可以。
饭那里可以，对，谢谢。
啊，从这边的这一部分你吃了。
Tastes like typical beef. Kind of a fatty, beefy flavor.
的牛肉好吃。
Nothing crazy. Yeah, typical fatty beef.
小哥还有。
Again, enjoyed everything. Gonna finish off the food, and then we're gonna again head out. So I know there's dessert, so we're probably gonna do again a meal review of the dessert. But overall, it's been a good experience. Typical, again, very typical hot pot experience that you would expect in Taiwan. And then we can go from there. Alrighty, this is our lunch. So welcome back. I definitely did not vlog my dinner last night, and definitely forgot to vlog. Actually, didn't really have breakfast tonight, and so now I am doing at lunch. We came to a Taiwanese restaurant where we ordered a bunch of plates of food. So we've ordered 10 different items, and we are going to go from there to kind of try different foods. We got cold bamboo with some mayo on top. That I honestly don't really enjoy, but what I do have is pork belly, like very nicely marinated pork belly. Okay, we have rice to go with everything, and then a fatty pork belly, typically braised in soy sauce, with cilantro and scallions on top. 对啊。Melts in your mouth, really fatty, really delicious, kind of just melts away. It's braised for a really long time in a soy-based braise. So it just gives a lot of nice, like, deep flavor. It's been, again, probably braised for a really long time. But yeah, nice salty flavor. So what we have is basically a whole roasted chicken, and then there's a pot of like the oil. After you're roasting it, it kind of drips down, and so it has its oil that drips down into this pot, and it collects in the pot, and then you dip this chicken into the oil. It also is served with white pepper. Nice juicy chicken. It's like this specialty of the restaurant. Yeah. 我吃。 This is again the mayo with
这个葱爆牛肉，对不对？
mayo with
就壁部。
bamboo shoots. Again, it's called bamboo, raw bamboo. If you hadn't had bamboo before, it's a very earthy dish. Nice crunch to it because it's raw. But yeah, nice crunch and a good earthy flavor to it. How? We also have basically like shaken beef, really tender beef, stir fried with onions, stir fried with scallions, onions, and red pepper, and then black pepper. So a lot of like pepper forward flavors that are really good. Pepper forward definitely gives a lot of heat to it, but it's not too spicy. Delicious. Great with the rice. And then again, the chicken was a nice juicy chicken. That is really good. And so that's everything that we have on the table right now. And then we have 6 more plates coming of different food items. So, okay, next up on the bracket is basically what they're calling a Hakka stir fry. So it's like tofu, bean sprouts, scallions, pork belly, all stir fried in like this kind of a sweeter sauce, a sweet and salty sauce. Oh, 怎么那么多虾子啊？
好漂亮哦！
With a little bit of heat. They're using stir fried, more like a deep fried tofu, so like it holds the sauce a lot better, absorbs the sauce a lot better. Then also with the fatty pork belly that we had, there's Hakka
我就是每天
vegetables.
日本就是专门做，
哦，你所谓的那个，
对对对，我要喝，
OK。
我每天都要喝3、4杯，我要尿到抹茶尿出来。
Yep. And then again, also stir fried with some garlic. Just gives it a really strong flavor. We also have stir fried tofu.
正餐日本大部分都是海鲜诶。
他选
Anyway, stir fried tofu. Teppanyaki stir fried tofu has onions, carrots, snow peas, stir fried on a hot plate and then served on a hot plate so that it keeps warm. It is really good.
对呀，讲得通啊，为什么讲不通？他会讲中文。这个
It is
你要喝，
just a really good. The tofu it's a fried tofu again, but because it is fried, it's able to absorb the teppanyaki sauce a lot more, which has been excellent. And then now, again, everything here has been really good. We just had a shrimp dish arrive that is steamed shrimp. That we're going to use a peeled steamed shrimp that we're going to peel. I probably won't eat that one, but I'm assuming it's a nice shrimp flavor, and then go from there. We just also now had some stir-fried cabbage that has arrived. Stir-fried with a little bit of garlic, carrots, and mugwort.
刚刚你要挖点会炒高丽菜哦。
拿一下高丽菜Again, the garlic Thai is mostly water, so it's really kind of just the garlic flavor that hits you first, and it gives you that nice garlicky flavor. Overall, again, everything here has been very Taiwanese forward flavors. The last of our meal has arrived. We have clam soup with loofah. We have a white fish that has been steamed with a ton of garlic sauce on top, garlic bits on top, and then we have a rice noodle soup with all of the fixing inside of it, which is just a crazy amount of rice, like tofu. I see scallions, I see fried garlic, see meatballs. Again, just a giant soup. So that's everything that we've ordered. It's probably enough for the whole table and some. So we're gonna enjoy all of this food. Everything here has been exactly what I've been wanting in terms of like just a true Taiwanese dish. We also got a guava drink and orange juice, something that you only get at like these kinds of restaurants that you serve and you buy. So it overall has just been a great meal. Gonna end this lunch here. We're headed to do some shopping and then going to get some dinner where we have another version of Taiwan, but like a more Hakka version of Taiwan. So we're just gonna go from there. But it's been a very delicious meal. I cannot overeat because I have so many more meals coming up, but everything has just been really good. Okay, welcome back. This is dinner on our second day of Taiwan.
Our last day of Taiwan. No, well,
I mean, tomorrow we have another meal, but this is dinner. We are at a more like Hakka place. So we're doing goose, tangyuan, which is like sticky rice balls. Sorry if I look tired. The jet lag is hitting.
Ooh. Ah.
But we are eating tangyuan. So here's goose first. It's a pretty local delicacy overall. I don't think you can actually get this much in America. You maybe like have to really go out of your way to find it. It's basically
my
exclusively found in Taiwan, and even in Taiwan, you have to go to like places like this to actually be able to find it.
If Taiwan stops selling this, I will stop coming to Taiwan.
It's very much a salty bird, which is not much to say to it. A bit gamey to it. So yeah, there's also a sauce that you dip next to it. I don't quite remember what the sauce is. But this is definitely a top tier protein item. If you don't like gamey meats, you're not gonna like this.
It's so good. If you don't like it, you're wrong.
But yeah, you're not gonna like this. There's a layer of fat on top, so it's like a meat layer and a fat layer.
It's delicious.
This fat layer is not for everyone. It's like
It's for everyone.
fattier than pork.
His review is wrong.
So it's fattier than pork and has the chew of chicken, basically.
Delicious.
We also have, again, tangyuan, which is like rice soup with a ton of chives, mushrooms, small shrimp, and these glutinous rice balls that I was talking about. Again, the soup, very strong flavors, very chive forward with kind of hints of shrimps in the back just because of those small shrimps really popping a lot of umami in there. The tangyuan is literally there to kind of help give texture, but it has no flavor in it of itself, but just kind of utilize it more as a like glutinous factor or substance to chew or eat at to absorb the soup's flavor. We also have this. We also have this beef served. It's stir-fried beef with a lot of ginger on top.
I'd mother like you too. And yet you were supposed to go to her being a menace.
The beef is tender, but utilizes the parts where there's tendons. So it has a lot more chew to the beef than I would say other like, cuts of like chicken beef or something like that.
The duck, delicious.
Goose.
Oh, goose. Geese. Geese. 10 out of 10.
But offers
eat again.
a lot of like tender beef with ginger. It's very ginger forward because of the amount of ginger on it, which is nice, but not for everyone. A good way to end kind of our heftier meals in Taiwan.
In Taiwan.
We also have been served fish that I will not be trying.
You have to keep me in all your videos.
I do.
I'm a good part of it.
And clams with bamboo shoots. I don't say what this is.
No, it's got
No.
beans in it. Or peanuts.
It does. I don't know what this is. Is this like
Oh, huh?
I want to say it's some form of intestine or trach or stomach. I don't know. It's
You can
definitely
eat it.
it's definitely an intestine. It's a lot of sour. I think it's small intestine of something. Oh yeah, very sour, very vinegar forward. to hide the flavor of something. Again, not quite sure what this actually is.
9月份就很恭喜
Vinegar forward,
员工有员工礼，
a lot chewy, organ meat, your typical organ meat.
牙长得
I feel like with Hakka flavors, it's all about strong, pungent flavoring.
上半身。
So,
Ooh, a pink 汤圆。
哎呀，你也走在沟里，
that's been good.
見到坑路嘅。
We also have some rice with the meal, as every Asian meal will have.
我俾人道歉呢。
So that's been good.
Ooh, 金针菇。
Yeah, enjoy this. After this, I don't know if there's any more food that is being served. I would assume there's probably 1 or 2 more dishes coming out. So, once the next round of items comes out, we'll give it a food review. But overall, a very good way to end the meal. Definitely one of the more flavorful meals you're ever going to get, just with the amount of spices and aromas that are used in this dish. All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, divas.
She's awake. This is our final day in Taiwan. We are at a 3 p.m. flight. We're headed over to Japan. But before that, we have some breakfast. We actually have breakfast plans, but we were hungry, and so we got some breakfast before the actual breakfast plans. So I have a dambing, which is egg with a scallion pancake. As you can kind of tell from here.
And I have a tom dropping.
Which is just a scallion pancake without the egg part of it. So again, usually these are like pan fried in kind of oil, like a vegetable oil, and has a layer of egg in between to get some protein. They're light, airy, flaky, like a pastry.
He's my husband. He can't be.
Has a little bit of saltiness. Typically, sometimes they're served with like a soy sauce if you want to dip it in soy sauce. I don't usually dip mine in soy sauce. The egg gives it a nice, strong flavor. And it's just the right amount of saltiness so that you don't have to dip it in soy sauce. So I think it's really good. The scallion flavor is really strong, comes forward. It's a flour batter, so that's how you get kind of the light aerations throughout. And then when you serve it, it's folded on top of itself. So like when you're making the dough, it's folded on top of itself, so that way you can get that, again, those crispy layers between.
Delicious.
We also, our drink has a Yakult and some water. But the other thing that we actually got was jenjiao, or Japan fried dumplings. And so these guys, I think, are leek and some kind of meat. Cabbage and leek. Cabbage and leek. And so, leek flavor forward with a cabbage helping out fill it out. The bottom layer is crispy, so it gives it a nice chew, and again, a flour-based wrapper. The seasoning is already salty, so you don't need too much additional salt. Again, you can dip it in soy sauce if you want. But these are like a Taiwan staple for me. I love them. I would wish I could give them every day. They just provide so much flavor and texture. Really easy to chew and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna finish breakfast, head over to another breakfast place, and then from there go to the airport. So I don't know if we're gonna eat any more food, but yeah, I'll see you at breakfast part 2. All right,
你看，我还站高高的。
we have made it to
我还是
our
最矮的。
breakfast spot. I have
你不是习
some
惯了
corn soup.
谢依云不是也没有很高吗？是不是谢依云没有？
啊，现在有比你高？
没有吧？
我总觉得你比
你比较高吧？对啊。
It's more like corn,
哦，对，
cream
他
corn,
有拆。
Oh, never mind.
and then came with garlic bread.
依云我记得他没有你高啊。
Very
杨幂
garlicky.
好吃吗？
好吃。
他拍 vlog。 我就是来烦他的 vlog。
啊，真累，真累。
谢谢。
他们两个就
Very garlic
很
forward.
坏的。
对
所以，哎，有
Not bad.
去台北，
没有，现在从台北来，
哦，因为雨真
We have one of the French fries.
然后出北玩，
Very
我们
crispy.
就
Tastes like a French fry.
直接去
Lettuce.
台中。
所以谢玉也交男朋友，我们也看过了照片。
看过照片，对，他有跟我们讲。
Not bad. The main star is a curry
那
omelet.
天我们过年吃饭，他就突然就带来，哇，就很吓到，她交男朋友了，对啊，
哦，对，雨珍是终于交掉。
Strong hints of Japanese curry.
可是你一直都有啊。
And then cheese on the inside.
培根，还要培根什么？
Very Japanese curry forward. That also came with corn and broccoli. I think it's a raw broccoli.
彤彤喜欢吃面。
Nope, it's
从你
steamed.
上次去
Tastes like a broccoli.
回韩国，我以为
Nothing,
你会
nothing crazy.
抽几天来台湾？
Garlic bread.
没有啊，这样拉不会到。哦，因为时间啊，又要时间。
Not a bad meal. Not a bad breakfast overall. I actually think the curry omelet is probably the best thing, which is probably the right thing. Be the best. But from here, probably one of the last meals, I think, because maybe eat at the airport, maybe we eat, get some boba, but overall, been a great food journey in Taiwan. Hello everyone. Welcome back. We finished basically brunch, kind of 8 till 12-ish, got some boba, and then now we are actually at the airport. We've our flight in business class to Japan with Eva, and so we get access to Eva's business class lounge, and so we are here. They have like a buffet, a variety of foods that you can enjoy. I'm not very hungry. She's not very hungry either, so we're probably not gonna eat that much here. But I did, because I haven't had it this yet on the trip, some beef noodle soup. Let me see if I can get you a better shot. There you go, some beef noodle soup. I haven't had any. This is their Qingtang Romeo, which is like a clear soup. Instead of a more soy sauce-based flavor, it's just a lot lighter of a soup. Still probably gonna be very tasty. I haven't had this yet on this trip, so I decided to at least get it this time around. You truthfully have like a flour-based noodle, and then the meat is usually a shank that's been either simmered or boiled for a while. So soft and tender. This one's not as soft or tender. So like the tendons still have a bit of chew to them. So depending on your style, you might like it or not. I also added some scallions and I believe a pickled greens. The pickled greens give us a nice distinct sour taste. The broth is just kind of a distinct rich beef broth. That's just a kind of clear version of it. So like no soy sauce, probably just salt and beef soup. Yeah, this has been a good way to kind of end our thing. I probably will eat on the airplane just because when we land we have a bit of a rush to get to the hotel, so we might not be able to eat. Our friends just landed in Japan, which is why I'm texting back and forth. But overall it's been really good. Food journey through Taiwan. We really only had like we got a half day on Saturday. Well, not even half day, like a quarter of a day on Saturday, 2 full days, Sunday, Monday, and then a half a day on Tuesday. And so we've been really rushing through everything, and so really it just has been food. And so this journey has always been a very food-forward journey. For drinks, they have a lot of drinks, but I decided to get a Calpis water is what they're calling this. This, if you haven't had it, is advertised as kind of like a sweet carbonated, sweet sports beverage. This one's hard to describe for me. I think this one's like just like a sweet drink that you can have. Doesn't have it's a very unique flavor. So like once you drink it, you know it, but it's hard to really describe. It's just like a sweet watery drink. The inside is white. So I'm not sure what's really in it, but it's just super refreshing to have when you have kind of these like fattier meals. Like this is a fattier broth, and so you're able to cut through it a lot easier. But I'll probably get one more round of food to try out and then call it a day. We start boarding in an hour, so I'm gonna head to our gate. We'll probably want to get there a little earlier because we're flying business class. And it's Bridget's first time flying business, and so I want her to be able to experience her full seat experience and everything, so I probably won't wait to board. But overall, again, very good experience. Alrighty, round 2 of food. Again, I'm so full that I can't eat much. We've been eating nonstop for days. So I have, this is a starfruit pineapple drink. No, I mean, it tastes like starfruit, but I think part of the reason why I like starfruit is because there's a chew and a crunch to starfruit. So it has a starfruit flavor 100%. If you like starfruit a lot, I think you'll like this drink overall. I don't think the pineapple does anything to the drink. I think it's used as a filler to make it juicy, but the starfruit is definitely delicious. I also got, we had this with my grandparents, but this is the Hakka stir fry, so like tofu stir fry. This one uses a more marinated tofu instead of a fried tofu. And so the flavors get absorbed a little bit deeper. Overall, I think the other restaurants is better, but this one's not bad. I also got, I have a whole plate of food here. Some vegetables to make sure that I can use the restroom later on in life. Gotta eat your vegetables, get your fiber in. Again, this one just tastes fine. It's been sitting out for a little bit, so I'm a little bit cold, but it is what it is. I also got some fried rice. The fried rice troom is like a little bit stickier. Soy sauce flavored. Again, you'll hear from a lot of the reviews that like, again, Taiwan is a very soy sauce forward country with a lot of their flavors that you get. She's so happy. They have Haagen-Dazs ice cream here. But yeah, it's a soy sauce fried rice with I think mushrooms and I can't tell what the greens is. Not a bad fried rice, not my favorite fried rice. But we also have these noodles. It's like a garlic Alfredo, basically. Yeah. Oh, garlic Alfredo that you get from Asia. I would not recommend this to everyone, but I just wanted to try it because I was on the buffet line. And then the final thing to try is this little dumpling. It has vegetables and cellophane noodles, which is like those clear glass noodles, and like japchae. I'm very familiar with that dish, and so the vegetables and again the noodles. And I think the outside coating is pork. Not a terrible dumpling. Not my first pick when it comes to dumplings, but I enjoy it. So I'm gonna finish off this plate of food. Probably not gonna do any more food here again because I'm so full. So I'm gonna sit around, maybe get some dessert. So maybe I'll do that. They have a lot of drinks out here, so like you can do your self-serve boba, just a lot of things to eat at this lounge. So I would recommend coming if you have access to business class. If you have priority pass, I would say the premier lounge that we went to previously, this is slightly a bit better with the food quality in terms of food, but you can't pass up a free lounge, especially when I don't have priority pass access right now for the both of us, and so it does its job. You'll get food here. You can get full off of this. There's a lot of like drinks, food, alcohol that if you want to grab, salads, fruits, and so overall it's just a nice experience to have before you board your flight. Alrighty, the final meal of Taiwan is actually us leaving Taiwan, and we get to eat on a flight. I usually don't eat on flights, but because I am here this time around, we are sitting in business. Eva has 3 choices of meals. You can have Chinese meal, a Japanese meal, or a Western meal because we're flying to Japan. And so this is kind of the apps course. It comes with like drunken chicken. Oh. This is like the cold chicken dish. Really nice. A lot of flavor seeps into the chicken as it's kind of just melting in and kind of sitting in that broth. We also have hot soup. I don't know what this middle section one is. I think it's a plum. A seasoned plum. Seasoned pickled plum. It's not my favorite thing to eat in the world. But it has a sour note with the hints of sweetness that comes through. And then the final thing they serve for their apps tray is tripe. That is like a spicy tripe dish, cold tripe dish. At least I think it's tripe, but good amount of heat to it. Also comes with a drink. What I got, can of pizza again. And then finally comes with chicken soup. Very hot chicken soup. The soup tastes very nice. It's not as hot as I thought it would be. The serving container is very warm. But the soup is chicken soup, has like green onions, I think inside. Like a very Chinese herbal soup flavor. The chicken in and of itself is very plump and seems very juicy. So I'm very excited to eat it. Kind of falls off the bone kind of chicken. Yeah, that's good. That's like the kind of chicken soup you get when you're sick and your parents cook you like a chicken soup, a nice easy way to get your stomach kind of filled. That's the kind of soup you imagine you get. So, I'm gonna finish this up, go eat the main, wait for the main dish to come, and then we're gonna take it from there. Now we have the main star, xiaolongbao. 3 xiaolongbaos for Ding Tai Feng. Ding Tai Feng and Eve have partnered together to make a meal, so the Chinese meal always comes with 3 xiaolongbaos that you can have. It's served with, again, ginger, vinegar, and soy sauce, like as you would get it at the restaurant. So, for those of you who don't know, xiaolongbao is soup dumplings. So there's a ton of soup inside of the dumplings, and then it's usually like a pork filling. So you want to eat it on the spoon, otherwise the hot piping soup will get in your mouth and just burn you. So how I usually like to eat it is I eat it from the top to let that steam escape. I don't think it's super hot. I'll grab some of this ginger that's been soaking in the vinegar and soy sauce, and then kind of blow on and wait for it to cool a little bit, and then one shot that sucker. So let's see how it is. That's such a familiar taste. Ton of umami flavor. That pork fat and the soup has basically rendered together to become one. Super delicious. Kind of just like melt in your mouth, kind of pork fatty feel. So if you don't like that, don't get it. Again, I would say if you're really, really hungry, this is probably not going to be the meal that like makes you super full. The appetizers again will kind of help with that, but again, with 3 xiaolongbaos as the main dish, it's not going to like overfill you. I think for Bridget and I, because we've been eating so much, we didn't want something that heavy. And so I think this is the perfect meal to kind of end cap our trip before we start the next one. I'm gonna enjoy this meal. We'll have dessert. After that, I'm going to take a nap, go to sleep until we arrive. So I'll see you guys there. We just got served our final dish, which is dessert from the menu. Let me read it to you, because it kind of sounds funky.
Everybody thinks it's Taiwanese.
The microphone's right here. The dish is honey and white fungus sweet soup, cold. I actually don't know really how to describe it, but it's like jujubes with this white fungus that I like. Let me just get you in closer. I feel like most people don't know what this is unless they've had it before. It's like a sweet, cold dessert soup. And that tastes phenomenal. It's like a very light palate cleanser dish. Very light, not very sweet. There's a slight sliminess to this whole dish. And again, very light on the flavors. It's like just a hit of sweetness. Kind of the jujube is kind of helped spreading that flavor out. But the fungus basically no flavoring. But I mean, absolutely great for palate cleansing. I love this dessert. I don't get it very often, nor do I cook it very often. I don't cook it at all, actually. But it's just a great kind of dessert to have on standby. And so that is everything that I've basically had in Taiwan. Great way to end cap my Taiwan portion of the trip. If you've liked everything so far, make sure to stay tuned, as I'm actually on this plane headed to Japan, where I'm going to be doing a lot more eating, but actually a lot more sightseeing. So I'm going to enjoy that trip a lot. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed me eating around Taiwan and seeing all the different kinds of foods that we can eat.